Eric Deters Show. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga, and check us out on all of our platforms. Well, the lead story is Morgan Freeman. Now, we all know that Morgan Freeman has that golden, rich voice that he's utilized both as an actor and in voiceovers. And we also know that Morgan Freeman has certainly in the past been a little bit part of the liberal Hollywood media. No question about it. However, maybe the tide has turned. Morgan Freeman has come out and recently said he's tired of racism talk. He says, don't reduce my black history to 1 month. He goes, we're not going to end racism until we stop talking about it. I like it. Everything he said, on the right path. And I admire him for saying it. All right, the Biden 9 now. It's now up to 9 Biden family members who have received money. I told you this was a political gangster cartel, Godfather mafia enterprise, didn't I? 9 Biden members have now benefited from these deals. See, Hunter Biden was the front man. Joe Biden was the back man. Jim Biden was the advisor, the consigliere. And they raise all this money and do all these shady deals. Guys, the Bidens don't make anything. They don't manufacture anything. The only thing that they have is political power. They sold political power for money. Pure and simple. Budweiser issued an announcement that they're going to back off. They're ending this nightmare with the transvestite. Over with. Smart move, although they should have done a little faster. Yellowstone's apparently they haven't even started filming the last half of this season, and apparently there's a script problem. But apparently there's problems between the creator of the show, Mr. Taylor there, and the head of the show, Kevin Costner. Sad. Of course, we're going to have some spinoffs and everything else, but as a Yellowstone fan, I want it to keep going. Maybe they'll work out their differences. Debt ceiling. Kevin McCarthy says he's got 218 votes to do a debt ceiling, raise the debt ceiling, but try to fix things a little bit. We'll see. They always do this. Nothing ever changes. Fetterman showed up at the U.S. Senate dressed like that. Fetterman, man. You know, Bill Clinton took politics down to a level, good or bad. Fetterman, I guess, is going to change the Senate dress code forever. Good afternoon, girls, can get a teacher fired. Can you imagine that? Saying good afternoon, girls causes a problem. Who wants to teach in that school district? This poor young man, Ralph Yarl, my goodness, he was going to pick up his kids, was lost on the wrong street, knocks on a door, and an 85-year-old man shoots him through the door. Shot once in the chest, once in the forehead. Sad, sad story, man. Oh, gut killer. Woke State Department. Turns out, based upon what we know about their contributions and everything else, we have a State Department that is completely woke. Isn't that special? And Bill Gates, he's one of these guys that subscribes to children are sexual, and by age 10, they need to start being taught some things. And the Gates Foundation is donating all kinds of money to an organization that does that. And remember, Mrs. Gates left him primarily due to his connection with Epstein. Little pervs. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Coming up next, Bulldog TV local news. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Bulldog TV local news, as we're always sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga, and check us out on all of our platforms. Well, the lead story, because this affects the Kentucky governor's race, is no other than this. Is Kelly Craft a legal resident of Kentucky? And even if she is a legal resident of Kentucky, that she fulfills the requirements that she has to live, I think, in the state for 6 consecutive years. In addition to that, we've got a real issue that even if there's a legal technical fulfillment of that, is she really an Oklahomian? I mean, because it looks like to me that this woman lives in Oklahoma. That's where the jet goes. That's where the big mansion is. That's where she put on as her residence, I think, when she applied for the United Nations. The bottom line is it's a serious issue for Kentucky voters. Do you want somebody to be governor who really is from Oklahoma and lives in Oklahoma? It's up to you. All right, long crime. Lawyers for a local man, Toby Madden, who was charged with killing his girlfriend, have made an unusual request. The legal team is requesting the body of Hamilton woman Rochelle Bruzall be exhumed for a second autopsy. The defense feels the first autopsy was inaccurate and inadequate. A federal judge denied a motion on Monday for a new trial for former Cincinnati City Council member P.G. Sittenfeld. Sittenfeld was found guilty of accepting campaign donations in exchange for votes on a city development project. The judge also denied a motion for an acquittal. Search crews spent the weekend looking for two Indiana University students at Monroe Lake in Indiana. Sident Shah and Errant Vadia were swimming with friends when they did not resurface from the water. One of the students is a local Sycamore High School graduate. As the aviation industry goes through a shortage of aircraft mechanics, CVG has a plan to help their facility. On Monday, the Epic Flight Academy broke ground on a new aircraft mechanics school coming in 2024. The campus will house as many as 300 students and staff, according to CVG. Cincinnati police are asking for help fighting 59-year-old Clarence Raymond Griffin. He was last seen Friday around 5 p.m. at the Hopple Street BP. Griffin is diagnosed with Alzheimer's but does not have his medication with him. Kentuckians are reminded to slow down this week and be aware during National Work Awareness Week. Kentucky saw over 1,000 crashes in construction zones last year, with 6 people killed and 271 injured. Officials are asking drivers to pay close attention in work zones. In Ohio State news, Monday saw a proposal to raise Ohio's minimum wage to $15 an hour. One step closer to the statewide ballot. The Ohio Ballot Board voted to certify the language submitted, which now allows for gathering of signatures. They'll have to get 413,000 valid signatures to add the issue to the November 2024 ballot. The American Rivers Organization has released rankings on the most polluted rivers across the nation. Ohio River, number 2 on the list, where we get our water from. Unbelievable. And in sports, the Reds beat Tampa Bay 8-1. The hot Tampa Bay. Hunter Green did lead the game, took a line drive on his right leg. X-rays were negative. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Coming up next, James Spindley and World News.
Hello, Bulldog Nation. Today's headlines. Police have found and recovered packages of cocaine worth more than $400 million floating in the sea of the island of Sicily, Italy. The police said it was one of the largest drug hauls ever made in the country. A French court has cleared Air France and Airbus of charges of involuntary manslaughter over a deadly crash in June 2009, which killed all 228 people on board. Families of the victims reacted angrily to the acquittal. The summary in Sudan, at least 200 people have now been killed in the fighting. A US diplomatic convoy was attacked also in Sudan. The US speaks to Sudan rival generals, and Iraq is ready to host dialogue between Sudan rivals also. A court in Iran has sentenced 10 armed force personnel to prison over the shooting down of Ukraine International Airline flight PS-752 in January of 2020. 2 missiles hit the plane after it took off from Tehran. All 176 people on board were killed. Until tomorrow, have a fantastic day, and thank you for watching. Cheers.